So, hello everyone. It's day 19, and today I have March 22nd newspaper, Indian Express. And today I have the editorial page, not only the Indian Express explained page, but there is one important article over this that has been written by the UAE's ambassador to India in the same boat regarding the water scarcity that is currently facing. India is also facing water scarcity. That I have covered one separate article over this issue that was related to Bangalore water crisis, and another few important articles are over the explained page. So we will see both of these pages one by one. So first, we should study about this. India UAE can join hands to ensure that water scarcity does not stoke conflict. So, as we know that UAE is situated in the Arabian Desert region, so where water is a scarce resource. So, this article talks about how India and UAE can join hands to ensure that water should not become the reason for conflict in the world, and it should not escalate a war in the region. So, let us see what this article is about to say. So, water scarcity is not a distant concern. So, obviously, as we know that, as we can see it around ourselves, that certain areas are facing water scarcity, and March 22 is also celebrated as World Water Day. So, this article raises a very serious concern about the water scarcity issues that is being arising in the world due to certain issues like global warming, one of the major issues. Let us see what it says, that it is a current challenge with global ramifications. From Europe to Asia, governments and communities are grappling with an issue that threatens international security, contributing to humanitarian crisis, social unrest, and even armed conflicts. So, alarmingly, this issue is the in the time of climate change is likely to grow ever more demanding. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global warming of 2 degrees Celsius could lead to a further 800 million to 3 billion people experiencing increased water scarcity. The gravity of this threat underscores the urgency for collaborative action to secure a sustainable future for all. The UAE is directly impacted by the challenge of water scarcity. Situated in a dry, arid environment, the UAE is a long prioritized effective water management, and has prioritized the implementation of a range of cutting edge technologies that better support the sustainable use of this critical resource. So, our commitment to responsible management of water resources extend to global initiatives where the UAE has endeavored to play a leading role in addressing the urgent issue of water scarcity. So, during our hosting of COP28, the UAE sought to place the issue of water scarcity front and center of the policy debates. In this context, the UAE government urged nations to accelerate actions for water security and resilience, making water making water the first target in the Glasgow Sharm el Sheikh work program on the global goal for of adaptation. So this is important thing. Glasgow Sharm el Sheikh program on global goal of adaptation. So Glasgow, I think it was COP 26, and Sharm el Sheikh COP 27 took place in Sharm el Sheikh. So this action has been arised from these COPs. So this initiative aims to significantly reduce climate-induced water scarcity and enhance resilience to water-related hazards. The action event at COP28 focused on supporting countries around the world to develop coherent national policies that integrate water planning, particularly in agriculture, for transformative climate outcomes. Notably, COP28's Food, Agriculture and Water Day saw key announcement, new partnerships, and financial commitments dedicated to tackling global water scarcity and food security. Furthermore, the UAE's release of the discussion paper "Ripple Effect Water Scarcity." So this UAE has released "Ripple Effect Water Scarcity: The Hidden Threat to Global Security and Prosperity," underlined the gravity of the situation. So, emphasizing the need for international collaboration and increased investment to confront the challenge effectively. Building on these efforts, the UAE's recent investment of $150 million in innovative solutions through the X Prize water scarcity competition further exemplifies our commitment to fostering actionable strategies to support countries throughout the world grappling with this issue. This transformative initiative seeks to ensure universal access to clean water by harnessing technological innovation. The UAE is not alone in recognizing the threat of water scarcity. India also experiences unique challenges on this issue. According to the World Bank, despite 18% of the world's population residing in India, the country contain only 4% of the global water resources. So this is an important data that India has 18% of the world population and only 4% of the global water resources, and 2.1% or something 2.1% something is the total land mass of the world that India has. So, condemnable steps have been taken over the recent years within India to mitigate the current and future challenge, from community level efforts to better manage groundwater resources to national strategies such as India's National Water Policy 2022. So this is also one important thing, India's National Water Policy 2020. It is clear that India shares the UAE's concerns and interest with respect to addressing the challenge of water security. So, to address these concerns and support our interests, our two countries must collaborate much more closely to mitigate issues relating to water scarcity. So, today, the UAE and India have the knowledge and resources to foster innovative solutions that support a water secure future not only for our own communities but also partners around the world. In the face of the growing negative impact of water scarcity on agriculture production, joint efforts to develop solutions that support a much more stable food supply chain remain essential. So, by integrating water conservation measures into agricultural policies and practices, supporting sustainable future investment endeavors, and encouraging collaboration between our respective public and private sectors to foster innovative solutions, our two countries our two countries will be better able to mitigate the impact of water scarcity and enhance food security outcomes to our mutual benefit. The urgent need for novel solution to meet the threat of water scarcity necessitates collaboration and collective action. The UAE extends an open invitation to collaborate with stakeholders in India to explore and implement the transformative ideas that will secure a sustainable water future for all. The time for decisive action is now, and together we can ensure that water scarcity does not become a catalyst for conflict, but rather an impetus for unity and shared prosperity. So, this was about the water scarcity problem. So, on Indian Express explained page, there is an important article which is about the government's fact checking unit that Supreme Court has stayed. So, not that much important to go into dive into that article, since two important articles are article of the constitution, that are article 19, that is freedom of expression, speech and expression, and article 21 that has been mentioned in this article. So this is important to note. And one important article is about the Majid brigade, the Baluch militant that has attacked on the Gwadar port recently. So not that much important, but recently to know that there is a brigade of the Baloch militant. One important article is about the twin stars of the universe, which gobble up planets. So let us see what this twin star is. So the planetary system that includes Earth and its sibling planets orbiting the Sun has been remarkably stable during its roughly 4.5 billion years of existence. But not all planetary systems are so lucky. So, as an examination of 91 pairs of stars with matching sizes and chemical compositions showed that the surprising number exhibits signs of having ingested a planet. Scientists said, so let us see what are twin stars. The study published in the journal Nature looked at pair of stars that formed within the same interstellar cloud of gas and dust called conatal stars, giving them the same chemical makeup and roughly equal mass and age. So these are called twins. While the pairs are moving together in the same direction within our Milky Way galaxy, they are not binary system of two stars gravitationally bound to each other. Okay, so binary star and twin star are different. Okay, so let's see. Star's chemical composition changes when it engulfs a planet because it is incorporates the element that made up the doomed world. The researchers looked for stars that differed from their twin because they had higher amounts of telltale elements like iron, nickel, or titanium, indicating remnants of a rocky planet relative to certain other elements. So, how do twin stars eat planets? So, possible reasons for planet making a death plunge into its host star include an orbital disturbance caused by a larger planet or another star passing uncomfortably close. So, the stability of a planetary system like the solar system is not a given, said astrophysicist and study co author Yuan Sen Sting of the Australian National University and Ohio State University. So, this we should know that twin stars and binary stars are different from each other. And there is another important article on this page which is related to the aspects of inequality in India. So, let us see what this article is about to say. So the key takeaways from the in World Inequality Lab research: the scale of wealth and income gap in population. So there is a one NGO Oxfam name which releases the World Inequality report. So although that is a different thing, but we should remember that also. So a new working paper by the World Inequality Lab, an international collaboration of researchers, has presented data that show inequality in India declined post-independence till the early 1980s, after which it begins rising and has skyrocketed since the 2000. So there is a Kuznets curve that we should understand, that when a country starts growing, initially the inequality rises and then again it got stabilizes. So one important thing that we should remember that. So the growth in average income, what it says that between 1960 and 2022, the average income of Indians grew at 2.6% per year in real terms. Okay, the period can be broadly divided into two halves: 1960 to 1990, when the real growth rate of the income was 1.6% per year, and from 1990 to 2022, when it was 3.6% per year. So the period from 2005 to 2010 and 2010 to 2015 saw the fastest growth at 4.3 and 4.9% per year respectively. Okay, so very high net worth individuals. The period after 1990 saw the emergence of very high net worth individuals with net wealth more than $1 billion at market exchange rate. Okay, their numbers increased from one in 1991. Okay, so there was only one person with $1 billion. Okay, in 1991 to 52 in 2011 and to 162 in 2022. Okay, so increase in number of taxpayers. Okay, fine. The share of the adult population that filed income tax returns was under 1% until the 1990s and rose significantly after the economic reforms of 1991 onwards. By 2011, more than 5% of the adult population was filling ITRs, and by 2017 to 20, around 9% of the adults filed returns. So, extreme level of inequality in 2022-2023, the percentage of national income that went to the top 1% of the population was 22.6%, the most in the data series since 1922, and more than even during the interwar period. The share of the wealth with the top 1% was 40.1% in 2022 23, the highest level since 1961. Okay, so the billionaire Raj headed by India's modern bourgeois is now more unequal than the British Raj headed by the colonist forces, the paper says. Okay, fine. So there are few other important key points here: extreme wealth at very top, income inequality globally, world inequality globally. So the picture on wealth inequality is slightly less extreme. In terms of top wealth shares, we see that both with top 10% and top 1%, India came out in the middle of the pack, with Brazil and South Africa standing out with their extreme wealth concentration levels. Okay, so likely underestimation of inequality. The authors have emphasized that the quality of economic data in India is notably poor and seen a decline recently. Therefore, it is likely that the results represent a lower bound to actual inequality levels. So, what are the policy solutions that is being provided? A super tax, implementing a super tax on Indian billionaires and multimillionaires, along with restructuring the tax schedule to include both income and wealth, so as to finance major investments in education, health, and other public infrastructure, could be effective to address rising inequalities, the paper says. So, this was about this article, inequality. So, we should know that World Inequality report that is being presented by Oxfam, that is also an important thing. So, that's all from 22nd March newspaper. So, we'll meet very recently, we'll meet soon with the 23rd March and 24th March tomorrow. Thank you.